I didn't change my style. My environment changed me. Hi, welcome to AfroRetro Abroad. I'm a single Black mom who moved from the Midwest United States with her twin son to start fresh in northern Spain. Here on my channel, I share what it's really like to explore a new country, relocate, embrace the culture, be a great parent, and live boldly. Today, I want to talk about the aspects of Spain that I feel made me tap more into my feminine energy and rest. The first thing is a sense of safety. When you're talking about physical safety, if you always have to be on the lookout for any kind of danger that sometimes I was in the United States, it puts you in a little bit of a more masculine energy. And feeling a lack of mental safety, I felt like I always had to perform and act properly and in a way that avoid negative stereotypes. That also puts you in a performance-based mode where I need to provide something, and that also is masculine energy. And the dating world in the United States, child, that always puts me on the defensive. Even if you try to stay positive, and I had some positive experiences, my algorithm, friends, just bombards you with this horribleness that keeps you on edge. But in northern Spain, I'm safe here. I'm in one of the cities that's considered the safest in Spain. And it took me probably a good 6 months for my brain to come down and accept that I am safe and to let that sink in. And once I became psychologically safe, physically safe, emotionally safe, I got to rest, and that just brought this amount of creativity out of me. I got to move a little bit slower. I didn't feel pressed to achieve. And that got me into a softer way of being. The second aspect is, the socialism. The United States is right. When the government takes care of you, you stop working so hard. It's true. But I got a little bit into the hustle culture. And even without the hustle culture, normal 9 to 5s, a lot of white collar work never ends, and blue collar work is just gruesome in the United States. The slower pace of not having to work and grind as hard allows me to rest. I'm taken care of, my son is taken care of, and I rest. And underlying that work culture and efficiency was the fear that I couldn't let up, that I was one sickness, one college tuition, or one really bad storm away from financial disaster or ruin. Here, I'm not afraid of being sick because it won't bankrupt me. College is a few $1,000s a year, and the labor laws are strong here. It almost feels like instead of being super efficient, everyone leaves a little bit in the system so that there's more for everyone to go around. And so that results in a pace that is more sustainable for me to show up in the same way every day, day in and day out. I can't force my American productivity into this system. I can feel like I'm bashing my head against the wall repeatedly. Or I can let this gentler stream carry me to the same destination I was always going to get to. Is it frustrating? Yes. It's like living in a constant DMV all the time. Do I think things can get done faster? Absolutely. I am an MBTI rational, so I always believe in efficiency. But your best is what's possible without sacrificing your physical, mental, and emotional health, not what you accomplish by ignoring it. Being slower allows my mind and my heart to rest. And from that rest, there is now space for creativity, vitality, and joyfulness to flow. And then I come up with even better ways to work, and better ways to parent, and better ways to be a living being here. The third thing is that they're more community minded. Now, being a child of West African parents, I'm familiar with that community mindset, and it's refreshing to live in a place where that exists again. People help each other and take care of each other, and there is more trust in the village. There is active village keeping. And because it's community focused, I don't have to be so hyper independent. I don't have to have everything because I can always ask my neighbor. I can ask friends. I can ask people to help. And they will help. They will show up. It's almost taken for granted that someone will come. It doesn't remove your personal responsibility. That's the beautiful part. You are still charged to be the best you can be so you can contribute to your community. And you expect that when you fall, there will be others who are strong in that moment to pick you up. So I can count on help. And a small note on that I find interesting is the gentlemanliness here. The guys will help, and they help you carry things, and they give you their seat, and they just assist you in whatever you need. I remember this one time when I was traveling back to the United States to visit, and I had my giant 50-pound suitcase, and I saw the 65-year-old taxi guy. So I felt, oh, I can just put it in the trunk myself. And he gave me this look like I just insulted him. And he was like, let me carry it and let me put it in there. You get into the car. It felt like it was okay for me to get help and not to be perceived as weak, because everyone does it for everyone. And it's also not being used as an avenue to get something from me or my attention or a way to pick me up. I could walk down the street or be in a park, and a guy could just walk by and say, guapa, like pretty. And then he just moves on. Very respectfully, not looking for my number, just wanted to say you look nice today. No agenda. And the last thing, which I think is not just Spain, I think it's all of Europe, is the fashion. I'm in a city that the people try to look pretty. I love seeing the 80-year-old women in their gold shoes and their hair bonnets, and they wear these pretty flowery skirts. Everyone tries to look nice, and not in a wealthy way, just in a, I care about the way I look nice. So yeah, sometimes it's annoying that I feel uncomfortable going to the bakery in my pajama pants. But it's also an environment that inspires me to be more creative in my dressing and to experiment more with colors, especially colors. In the United States, whenever I was in the mood to get dressed, the attention was uncomfortable. People were always asking, hey, are you going out on a date? Or do you have a job interview or something? And the colors always seemed too loud. I love a good yellow, and red looks divine on me. And purple and jewel tones just look great on me. But in the United States, it was more of subdued colors of browns and blues, and even whites, not so much. But here, it's common. And the fashion has the added benefit of a reduction in hyper-consumerism. People tend to buy their favorite pieces and just wear them repeatedly. So this gives me an intentionality and thoughtfulness in my style and what I buy. I look forward to discovering even more loveliness in this area, once it warms up, of course. Until then, thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.